Hello, good afternoon. My name is Debbie Jacobs, and I thought I would do a video. Let me tell you something. I have the extremely rare opportunity and experience living, most of my life as a negative thinker, with ineffective coping skills and low self-esteem and depression, anxiety, and bipolar. And then I really worked on myself. I was in a lot of pain, and I worked on healing myself. And I accomplished positive thoughts, healthy self-esteem, and with positive, effective coping skills. And let me tell you something. Like, this is me. This is really me. This is, the person that I'm meant to be. You know, and basically with the negative thoughts, the negative thoughts was my anger, was my insecurity, was my worry, was my fear, was my anxiety, was getting embarrassed, was being frustrated, annoyed. We have all these negative behaviors in our all this negativity in our behaviors. And let me tell you something. It's really hard to accomplish happiness when we are oscillating in negativity, going from a bad mood to being upset, to crying, to getting my feelings hurt, to getting angry. That's not happiness. That's unconsciousness of the ego self, and the ego self is our hurt. It's not the person that we were meant to be. But we were meant to be with positive thoughts and healthy self-esteem and positive effective coping skills. And let me tell you something, like a positive effective coping skill, if somebody does something to me, I don't take it personal. Freedom right there. If someone has a problem with me, I want to resolve it. I don't want to fight about it. It's a lot easier. It's all these mechanisms that serve us to create our happiness and keep us happy and out of a rotation of just upset, which is negative thinking, and because of the negative ineffective coping skills. And I got to tell you something that really, I could have either lived my whole life in depression, anxiety, and bipolar. And let me tell you something, that is a nightmare. It is. And it's because of our thoughts, not because of our life. Because I actually had a great, great life. I was, being totally abused because I didn't have coping skills, and I didn't know how to protect myself, and I didn't know how to assert myself, and I didn't know how to, be firm. There's a lot of things that I didn't learn how to effectively do. And if we don't learn how to effectively do it, then we don't learn how to effectively do it. And I ended up being in abusive relationships while I was in depression, anxiety, and bipolar, because that's what created my depression, anxiety, and bipolar, and I didn't know how to handle the situation. Because what can I do? I would fight back, but that doesn't help. Fighting is not a solution. It's a problem. And now learning effective coping skills, I can just cut through all the dumb bullshit, and say, hey, you're not respecting my opinion, or hey, this is my boundary, and I want you to respect it, or this is, I want you to listen to me. I don't want to always listen to you. Have some negative thoughts and low self-esteem, because my life was great when I was living with negative thoughts and low self-esteem, and I was suicidal because of my thoughts. And everything that would go on in my life, I would take it negatively. I would take it the wrong way. If somebody didn't say hi to me, I would say it's because they didn't like me, not because they were in their own head doing whatever they wanted to do. It wasn't about me. Positive thinking has a whole slew of positive effective coping skills, the way to handle the situation. With negative ineffective coping skills, they all are like anger, worry, fear, feel bad about yourself, beat yourself up, put yourself down. Like, we don't need those coping skills at all to create happiness in our life. We don't. They don't serve us. And let me tell you something, they're not given to us as effective coping skills. They're learned by default, and they are involuntary reactionary responses. My parents didn't want me, to learn anger. They didn't say, go into the store and get angry. I built up anger because my boundaries were so violated, that I was treated so poorly, that it created anger. We don't have anger because we're not angry. Something makes us angry. And I think a lot of people think that, oh, you're just an angry person. No, somebody made you an angry person. And basically, you leave all that behind in positive thinking, because yes, I still get angry, but you know what? I have much, more effective ways of dealing with it. And I get angry if someone is really crossing my boundaries, if they're not listening to me, if they're violating, my word, what I say, like they're being very, like very disrespectful, pushing their will on me. Not if somebody disagrees with me. If someone disagrees with me, I'm not angry at you. If somebody doesn't want to do something that they don't want to do, they don't have to do it. It's their right. And ego wants you to do what they want you to do. And if you don't want to do it, too bad. That's bad. That's too bad for 4 children. And I still experience this myself, like, and it's really frustrating. And I've been living with this my whole life, with the dysfunction in my own family. I mean, you think that we have, great relationships? No, mental illness does not bring families together, in my opinion. And I'll tell you another thing about mental illness. Everybody is mentally ill. Everybody has negative thoughts and low self-esteem and negative ineffective coping skills. People that are quote unquote mentally ill, they have more pain. They have more negative thoughts. Their hurt is more disruptive to their life than other people. But they have jobs, they have families, they live by themselves. I mean, a lot of people don't, but that's the sad thing is that mentally ill people are the hurt people are then disempowered, and like that they believe that they can't do anything or live a happy life. I've seen it in mental therapy. And let me tell you something. We could all change our thoughts, but we have to want to, and we have to be committed to the process, because it's really challenging. It's really, really grueling. It's hard to change your thoughts. It's hard to change your behaviors. You have to really want it deep in the depths of your being, your freedom and happiness, and then you'll achieve it. But if people, are not committed to their happiness, they're going to end up living in unhappiness of negative thoughts and low self-esteem. Because low self-esteem is when you feel bad about yourself all the time for life. That's like, you don't want to go through life feeling bad about yourself, and then you have all these negative thoughts, these negative conversations that stem from it, and you go to your grave living a life, not feeling good enough, or with all these negative thoughts. What's the word, like, filtering or like tainting your experience. I can't say enough about like positive thinking. And I even think if positive thinking is a approach that you know, maybe aren't as ambitious, getting rid of the negative, ineffective coping skills and replacing them with positive, effective coping skills will help a lot. Get rid of anxiety, get rid of fear, get rid of anger, get rid of insecurity. You don't have to get rid of everything. I mean, who cares if you worry? But get rid of the ones that actually, shoot you in the foot. You don't want to think bad about yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Get rid of anything that where you make yourself feel bad. Stop doing it. That's what's driving your low self-esteem and your ego. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video. My name is Debbie Jacobs. I hope that you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.